Sponsored by Airtel Money. Transact and withdraw at your nearest Airtel Money branch at the best rates on the market. With you always.
It is your number one swag station that you tuned into. Chikumika Muzebidi Galaxy FM. Isa Friday.
Zzina.
And not just any other Friday, but a Big Bang Friday. We're going to be hanging out with your favorite artists later on in the drive show in the evening rush reloaded, but we're building up the tempo for you. We've been having a very wonderful mix at 10 with DJ Denok Bendongo, taking you back in time. In case it's your very first Friday to tune in, welcome aboard. Karibu sana, my friend. Now, in Ukraine, Taro, the government of Uganda, as we speak, does not know the exact number of people, of Ugandans, that are stuck in Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
That and much more is coming up in the news that starts now.
Coming to you live from Plot 249, Gaba Road. Hot on the heels. Fast, reliable, and informative. Agagwira wo, gasokira wano, gatibanagafuna. Agagwira wo, 100.2 Galaxy FM.
It is time to know what Agwan with Pamela Isamata Chom, and of course we are also live on our YouTube. It's Galaxy FM /TV. Pam, Waragwan, everything increased?
Meanwhile,
everything nice?
Yeah, everything Chris.
Wally things are going.
The terms I don't understand.
What's happening?
Jamaica.
But what? Shinwose. Mpampa, what's happening?
Anyway, while other countries are aware of how many citizens they have in the Ukraine, Uganda is still not aware. According to the Foreign Affairs Minister, State Minister of Foreign Affairs, Okedo Oriem, he says that Uganda is still assessing the number of Ugandans who are stuck in Ukraine as that unrest happens. And he says the reason
so that they
why,
see how they can get them back home, eh?
If they can. But I think with the pressure, because remember with the Afghan issue, there was a lot of pressure and they had to call on some people. So according to Orem, he says that the reason why they cannot identify students who are stuck there, business people and just people who are living there is because Ugandans don't like to register.
In those countries, black people sell, especially Ugandans, with the Ugandan water. No.
They sell properly.
You don't know.
And now they can't allow to come. Because they are ready
even
to
even
sell
war
to the Russians. Even if the Russians invade and take over. They're like, we are here.
No, but it would be sad. I mean, it's not a joke. We really need to know. So I think we have an embassy in Ukraine?
That is the problem. Oriem says we have an embassy in the Ukraine, but the problem is Ugandans don't register. So if you don't go and register with the embassy that you are Ugandan, record of you is not known. They can't tell if you went to Ukraine, and so that is the problem. And the other thing is saying, even if we know how many Ugandans are there, how are we going to evacuate them? Remember the Afghan issue? Ugandans refused Wagana. They said, for us, we still want to stay in Ukraine. I mean, in Afghanistan. So it is possible that Ugandans will say, feti waije tugenda. Russia, Ukraine. Yeah.
Guys, that is funny. We are live on our YouTube, Galaxy FM /TV. That's what's happening in the world. But the situation, as we speak in Ukraine,
it's getting worse. The people's houses are being destroyed. Much as Russian President Vladimir Putin says, for us, our missiles are targeted at the military bases in Ukraine.
There's always collateral damage.
But people's houses are getting destroyed. And then in the capital city, Kyiv, we've seen about 100,000 people moving out of the city. So you can imagine the confusion, moving out to where. Some people are trying to flee. Countries like the US are taking care of some families of diplomats, trying to evacuate them out. But then also Russia has been sanctioned by the European Union. Countries in Europe, France president, American president yesterday was giving a speech. They are saying they are going to block banks, even the UK, the major banks in that China, Russia operates in countries, just to make them broke. And see if we can barge into that.
We could be seeing a third world war.
It has started. Ekitambula mu Uganda. Parish development model etandika enkya. The president is launching it. People have been anticipating this money. Just like the Myoga money came. Myoga yazze, the ones who benefited. The ones who
Mbu yazze. You sound like that Zebgulo. Emyoga jajja.
Nekigenda.
Gikyaliwo.
Emyoga yagwawo kati now we're looking at another program. So
Parish
it's funny how
development,
Ugandan government
Emyoga gikyaliwo gye
poverty
bakola, but the
alleviation.
project as a project,
Yeah.
I think it came to an end. I don't know.
The
So
project,
now they are doing parish development.
yes, where each parish is supposed to get 100 million. What happens is people are going to be joining themselves 10 to 30 groups. A family can register 2 members. 2 members from a family join with other families and form 10 to 30 groups. Then they select their leaders. Then the leaders also join other villages, because in villages people keep forming.
Each parish is going to be getting how much money?
100 M. But the problem is some
But
parishes...
if we remain poor,
but we shall.
no, if we remain
We
poor,
shall. Trust
we
me.
have ourselves to blame because they have tried. The
No,
government, honestly, the government has tried.
The government has tried. There's so many programs. Youth livelihood,
Fund, Simanyi Yeya, then Emyoga, now parish development.
Operation Wealth Creation, NADS,
God.
Youth Lively. We have had like so many, but what is the problem? What is the common denominator in all these?
The
Why
richer
is it
get
that
richer
people,
and the poor get poorer.
So which means the money always goes to the wrong people. I think that's why maybe we feel like parish development model will bring a difference, because we have the parish chiefs who are the lowest people, who deal with the local people.
Kansubire
Directly.
zino project
Maybe.
endala zonna ze babadde bakola wealth creation ez'abavubuka ez'ebibiina kansubire bayize kansubire tuyize we've seen the mistakes. Parish development is an exceptionally good idea
Yeah, it is.
if we right the wrongs that we made in the previous projects.
And if the right people, actually, if we don't have ghost names, there's also saying ghost. There are ghost families that come up.
Naye nga kisoboka
Hey, Chisoboka.
kyengamba kisoboka okubeera nga tetulina ghost
Techiso mu Uganda.
Oh,
Manna.
Uganda, megoda pozi, oh God, Jesus Christ. Chikumi kamuze bidi guys, we are live on our YouTube. It's Galaxy FM /TV. Osobola tusuulira endowooza yo ne ku socials zaffe Galaxy FM UG on Instagram and Twitter and 100.2 on Facebook.
Now, you remember the issue of Namutumba, the kids who were dying.
The other ones you told me the other day,
Yeah,
of
the
a
ones
mysterious disease.
Mysterious disease. People were getting scared. Abana, they susu blood, then they get dizzy, then their skin becomes yellow. According to the district health officer, Namutumba, after Parliament sent them there to assess, they say, mbo, bade bafira malaria. Severe malaria.
But can you urinate blood when you have malaria?
I don't know. Maybe it is okay. I don't know how it is how it's colorated, but according to the DHO, he explains. It's called James Kiria.
The preliminary findings from RDT and the blood slides shows that all of them are positive for malaria. And when more interaction was made with the community members and the parents of these children, it was found out that none of these children had ever accessed services from a qualified person or a health facility. They were all undergoing self-medication. All of them were linked to our facilities to go and get treated from there. But unfortunately, right now in the entire district, we don't have anti-malarials. NMS last delivered drugs in November last year. So this one also maybe has contributed to the escalation of this disease, because even if they come to the facilities, they cannot get the required treatment.
Ekyo kituufu naye gwe omusujja guba mukambwe.
Yeah, but
Guba gwa tabbu.
But then the parents we have been seeing in the previous times, they have been saying to Genamu health centers and health workers do not even know what the problem is. So, well, they said 56 samples were tested and they realized it's malaria. But again, the other problem, tewali dagala. The drugs are not there in hospitals.
Oh, God.
So a parent who can't afford to buy tablets outside or anyway, you don't even need it because this is severe malaria. You need real treatment.
Yeah, true.
So
I'm still wondering how malaria can make you urinate blood. That's a new one.
I know.
Chikumi kamuze bidi Galaxy FM Koli. This is what's
Hybrid
happening
malaria.
in the country. We're keeping you guys posted. What else do we know? What else do we need to know?
Yesterday, the Human Rights Committee was meeting with prisons authorities, and they're asking for a list of inmates who alleged torture, who are staying in prisons and have alleged torture. They say, we want you to give us that list, and we are coming to inspect the prisons as well to see these issues of torture, how they can be handled. This is in relation to the incidents of torture I've been having. The Deputy Speaker directed Human Rights Committee to investigate the torture.
Ooh.
Yeah. But then the prisons authorities, for them, they insist, for us, our facilities, we don't keep torture victims. We don't torture victims. We take care of inmates properly. And I also think that maybe it's the wrong address. Let me use Mwezi's word. Maybe it's the wrong address, because usually by the time people are thrown into jail, they have been tortured. So the places that should be investigated are not actually the jail, the prisons, because the prisons have even been on record saying, for us, the victims come here when they have been beaten, when they have been tortured. But for us here, we do not have. So they should check these other places in between before they take them to prison. What happens there? Who are those people who handle them in those places and torture them, then throw them to prison after?
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is Galaxy FM, your number one swag station. That's the news for you today, guys. You can check out more stories on our website. It is www.galaxyfm.co.ug. It's a Friday.
Hey, yo!